Hello everyone! If you're struggling with a garden that's already too small, packed with plants, and you still want to grow potatoes, which normally take up a lot of space, then today's method might be exactly what you're looking for. Today, I'm going to show you a way to grow potatoes that is low-cost, space-saving, uses less soil, and makes harvesting incredibly easy without requiring a lot of hard work. First, prepare some sand. Can you guess what I'm going to do with it? Let me give you a hint. I'm going to use the sand to pre-sprout the potatoes before planting. Here I'm using yellow potatoes. Choose seed potatoes that weigh about 90 grams each. Dig a hole about 4 inches deep, just deep enough to bury the potato. Cover it lightly, leaving a small portion exposed so the sprouts can emerge. Then water lightly to provide moisture for the sprouting process. Now, let's see what happens after 7 days. As you can see, many potato sprouts have already emerged. Press gently into the sand so you can lift the potato easily without damaging the young roots. One potato can produce 4 to 5 sprouts. Now, I'm going to cut the potato into smaller pieces. Each piece should contain 2 to 3 sprouts. I'll cut up the remaining potatoes as well. After cutting, I'll apply a small amount of powdered lime to the cut surfaces. This helps the cuts dry more quickly, reduces fungal disease, and lowers the risk of rot. It also helps the seed pieces form a protective layer before planting. Here, you only need about 10 to 20 grams. After that, leave the pieces in a cool, well-ventilated place for 1 to 2 days so the cuts can callus over. While waiting for the potatoes, I'll prepare the growing medium. Here, I'm using soil that has been fully composted with mature compost. As you can see, the soil is very loose and fine. However, you should not use this soil alone for planting. The ingredient I'm adding is perlite. Its purpose is to improve aeration and drainage, promote healthier roots, allow tubers to develop more easily. Now I'm going to use a J.o.h.n style grow bag for planting and fill it about 2/3 full with the soil mix. It's best to use a grow bag measuring approximately 16 by 24 inches to provide enough room for root growth and healthy tuber development. Next, plant the potato sprouts in holes about 4 inches deep to protect the young shoots. Then water lightly to provide enough moisture for rapid growth. 7 days later. Look at that. The first potato shoots have emerged from the soil. At this stage, the shoots are about 1 to 1.5 inches tall. 15 days later. Can you see the difference? The potato plants are now 4 to 8 inches tall, with many true green leaves and branches. At this stage, the potatoes are also developing a strong root system beneath the soil. One group of potato plants is growing much taller than the others. So, I'm installing a circular support frame to keep the stems upright and create additional space for hilling later on. The sprouts in this grow bag seem to be growing more slowly. I wonder if they'll also mature later at harvest time. After 3 weeks, you can see that the potato plants have grown significantly taller and have produced many more branches and leaves. This is when potatoes require a lot of nutrients, so I'm going to fertilize them. Here I'm using worm castings mixed with compost. This provides additional nutrients and beneficial microbes, helping the plants grow stronger and prepare for tuber formation. When hilling potatoes, you can add about 3 inches of soil around the base to encourage more vertical tuber development. "60 days later. As you can see, the potato stems have developed much better than before. I'm adding another layer of soil around the plants to support tuber growth and provide additional nutrients as the potatoes continue developing. Thanks to the support frame, the plants remain sturdy, the stems stay healthy, and stem rot is avoided. After 80 days, you can see the lower leaves gradually drying out. I'll give them a light watering so the tubers can continue enlarging and finish developing their skins. While the stems begin to turn yellow and naturally wilt. At this stage, the potatoes underground are growing very quickly. The plant is transferring its remaining energy from the foliage down into the tubers. After 100 days, the potato leaves have turned completely yellow and the stems are continuing to wither. You're eager to see the results, aren't you? But it's still not the right time to harvest. But let's wait a little longer. After 120 days, let's see the results after 4 months of growing. At this stage, the potato plants have completely yellowed and died back. So, does that mean it's finally time to harvest? Let me harvest this plant first and show you what we've got. As you can see, there are many potatoes of different sizes. Large, medium, and plenty of smaller tubers as well. Now let's take a look at the other grow bag. Even though the plants grew more slowly at the beginning, the final harvest from both bags turned out to be very similar. The harvest results are pretty interesting, aren't they? Now it's time to cook. Let's see what dish I'm making. First, I boil the potatoes until soft. I'm going to peel off the entire thin outer skin. Then I mash them. And mix them with flour and a few seasonings. By now, you probably know what I'm making. It's a baked potato cake. I place it in the oven and bake it at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Just look at the result. The cake is golden, crispy, and absolutely delicious. Don't leave just yet. I have one more trick that can make potatoes even more useful in your garden. It's all about using the potato peels. If you peel your potatoes, don't throw the peels away. Instead, try this simple method. Place the potato peels in a pot, cover them completely with water, and boil them for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once the liquid has cooled, strain out the peels and keep the water. Use that water to irrigate your plants. You may be surprised by the results. Give it a try and let me know how it works in your garden.